Hi Toby, how are you?
I'm okay, mate. Yeah, not too bad. A little bit
I mean,
disappointed, but yeah, it's a we gave ourselves an opportunity to win it as we've done many times before in the last knock-ins, and not to get over the line was disappointing. But we've basically contributed to our own downfall a little bit tonight, which is a bit disappointing. And as a result, we were left wanting, we had a shot to win it, of course, but we don't want to gloss over the problems that we had in the first half around discipline, for example. And we didn't capitalise on a few key moments. And when you get into wanting to be the team that we want to be, you've got to make sure that you take those opportunities.
if you were looking at any team in the league driving line out to 2 in the final 5 minutes to get over and score a try, you'd say the Ospreys would be doing it. Just those two that you had, one in the 76th and the 79th minute. It's your staple diet, really. Normally, you'd got over early in the half. What was just lacking in those two moments, do you think?
Well, the one, I mean, obviously we went before and we forced a penalty and then we up scored. Morgan Morris scores, right? Which obviously, so we know we can convert, but when you're good at stuff, people pay you a little bit more attention. I mean, I've just spoken to some of the Edinburgh boys as I walked out, and they said, well, it was a hell of a play by the guy at the front of the line out and the last play. When you win things on the floor as we did, it's all about stability, and they've sort of gambled a little bit and managed to come up with the goods. So I think that the fact that people are coming up with plans and little bits and pieces to try and sort of undo what we do is a compliment, but that means we've got to get better and execute those times, because as you say, the further or deeper you go into competitions and cup games, you don't get as many chances, so you've got to make sure you're clinical.
But as you say, that first half, 16-3, just always chasing a lot to make up in that first.
Yeah, the disappointing thing in that is the nature of it, because some of that stuff was avoidable. When you give away offside penalties and bits and pieces, and we've got to adapt and listen to referees despite the occasion, especially when you're away from home. The first 15 minutes dealing with the conditions were very difficult. I don't know how it came across for you. Were very, very difficult out there in both halves. So our adaptation to how to manage the game, I thought, was good. However, we gave them opportunity to move up the pitch or kick for goal without forcing issues. So, those are the margins. The further you get, as I said, the deeper you get. I'll keep echoing the same message. The little things become the big things.
Not to pick out individuals, Kieran Williams though saved the try for you, helped create the attacking platform, getting over the gain line, making his tackles. It was an 80-minute performance from him tonight, wasn't it?
I thought I thought Keelan Giles was excellent as well. In relation to seeing opportunities. So I thought those two. Boshoff did well again, defensively in particular. Saw a little bit more out of him in attack. So there's some really encouraging signs there. But once you get the last meter's the hardest meter. So we've got to make sure that we turn that pressure into points for sure. And look, it's important. I think this is not a train smash here. In the fact that we're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. This is a natural progression. The margins of improvement as you get further up the table become more and more important. So it's probably a mark if you think about we came up here some relativity to the performance. We came up here with a much more experienced side last year and lost by 50. So from that point of view, to be in the chance with 90 seconds to go or whatever it was, to win the game, then that's progress. And the exciting thing for me, we've got a really disappointed change room that's not satisfied with that, and they want to get better, and that gives us a great chance to improve quickly.
Final one for me. It's a couple of weeks, but 2 key games in the league coming up against teams sort of round you. Still in that playoff top 8, still all to play for, albeit you've got a little break now before you come back again.
Yeah, no, for sure. And look, you saw how tight the league is from 4th to 10th and bits and pieces, and it's disappointing. We got the bare minimum. We got a point out of it, which is good for our effort. But we had opportunities to get more. But as you say, it's ancient history now. Now we've got to think about Munster, and that what our focus will be on. And we've got some time to recover a little bit. Hopefully, get some people a bit more up to speed, and give ourselves the best chance against a good team that's, as you say, is just around about us in the same position in the table.